Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom08, and this is episode 53 of my Billionaire Minecraft series, where I will collect 1 billion iron ingots, gold ingots, diamonds, and emeralds using the All the Mods 6 mod pack in Modern Minecraft 1.16. In today's episode, I'm going to set up one final ore processing solution to make more iron ingots, and the reason for that is that I am almost done with my challenge. So right now I do have over 1 billion emeralds, 1 billion gold ingots, and I have really close to 1 billion diamonds as well. I am also only 34 million iron ingots away from getting the 1 billion mark of iron ingots. So I do want to set up one last iron processing solution. So let's get started with that. So today I do already have a black hole unit with a bunch of iron ore, and this comes once again from my tier 8 void miners that I have at my main base. So today I'm going to be building in this building, which is the copper building. In this building I have a system that produced gold ingots and copper ingots out of copper ore, and I'm going to be using the blaze powder from this system to process some iron ore very quickly. So let's go ahead and start setting some stuff up. I'm going to go ahead and set up this ore processing solution down here. So let's kind of plot out where I want everything to be. So what I'm going to do is, this is actually going to be similar-ish to the emerald processing center that I had before, or that I built I guess quite a while back. So I'm going to use these ME interfaces here, and let's start setting some of these down. And I think I'm going to use, let's do 10 of them for right now. That should be plenty. And I do need to connect them up to this ME system over here. So I need to grab my blue covered cable. And right now I'm going to use actually I don't have to use the dense variant because I have the dense variant right here. I am going to extend the dense variant to right here. And actually, just because I like things to look somewhat the same, I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So let's grab the blue covered cable of the non-dense variant, and I need to connect this, all of the ME interfaces up to this right here. Now, if we run over here, we can see that I do have 10 spare channels. After I connected that up, I had 11 before. So I do have enough channels to connect up these 10 ME interfaces that I dropped down here a second ago. So let's go ahead and connect these up real fast. So for these ones over here, I just need to run that over, and then I can run it down. Oops, that was a dumb mistake. Anyways, we can go ahead and fix that real fast. Cool. And then there's 2 more. And that was a little bit tricky placing it right there on top of the ultimate universal cable there. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I do need to give all of these machines energy that I'm going to be putting right here. So actually the easiest way would be to do it from above, but I don't super want to do that. So what I'm going to do is off camera, I'm going to go ahead and dig out all of the squares adjacent to my ME interfaces, and that's where I'm going to run my energy conduit. Once I have that done, I will be right back. So I did all of the digging that I should need to do for my energy conduit, except for the connection point over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all of this energy conduit just underneath here, and the machines will sit on top of the energy conduit, and so therefore they will get energy from the conduit. So that'll be super quick. And then we just need to hook up all of this conduit to an actual energy source, because right now it's just kind of freestanding without being connected to anything. But we can do that pretty easily here once we get all of this laid down. Nope, that's already there. Didn't mean to do that. So all of that's laid down. What I can do is I can hook it up from over here. I will have to do just a little bit more digging here, but that's not a problem. What we can do is something like this, and just run the rest of this underground here. So actually I do want to swap that out for just some regular stone here. Just to make things look a little bit neater. Not that it really needs it, but let's go ahead and do that. And then I can just run this over here. Need to dig that out, and there we go. All of that's connected, so that's cool. Let's cover this up real fast. and then we can start setting down our machines. So what I'm going to be using today are induction smelters. And let's go ahead and set the first one down. And what we're going to do is on the backside, we are going to input and output, which would be the blue and orange here. And we are going to auto input and output. So let's go ahead and grab the red print and let's clear it by right clicking away and then right clicking on the induction smelter there. So what I'm going to do is move this red print to my offhand, and now I should be able to set down the rest of the induction smelters and have their IO automatically configured to have the backside being input and output with automatically enabled. So what I need to do is I need to place down all of the induction smelters with their backsides to the ME interfaces here, and so these ones back here are actually the trickiest ones. That should be all right, I think. Yep, looks all right. Okay, that's cool. Now I can do the rest of them, hopefully a little bit easier. And I'm having to shift right click when I'm directing my clicks at the ME interfaces. Otherwise, it would just access the ME interface itself rather than putting down the induction smelter. So that's just a quick, super quick tip there. Okay, so I'm getting close to being done here. I think I'll have 40 of these induction smelters, and that should make a lot of iron, actually. So that's really cool. Okay, we're getting close. Got a few more back here, looks like. Okay, that should be... Oh, did I miss... I missed all these over here as well. So let's go ahead and grab these as well. Or not really grab them, but put them down. Okay, so I should have 8 left, and I do, so that means I have placed all of them down that I need. So let's go ahead and get rid of the red print and the induction smelter. And let's go ahead and upgrade these induction smelters. So what I want to do with all of the induction smelters is I'm going to put in a resonant integral component as well as 3 flux linkage amplifiers. These will speed up the induction furnaces greatly, and I need to do that for the other, 39 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and once I have all of the rest of these guys upgraded, I will be right back. I have all of the induction smelters configured now, so as we can see, they are sped up with the resonant integral components as well as the flux linkage amplifiers. The next thing I need to set up is I need to set up my supreme black hole unit with the iron ore, and then I need to place down a supreme black hole unit for the iron ingots to go to. So actually, I think I have a byproduct to look at as well. So let's take a look at the recipe for the iron ore. So let's go ahead and right click on that and then find the induction smelter, which is right here. So we are going to be making rich slag, nickel ingots, and iron ingots. So the thing is, I do not have any storage for the nickel ingots here, but I do have storage for the rich slag. As we can see in the background right here, there is a black hole unit for the rich slag. So I don't need to worry about that. I just need a black hole unit for the iron ingots and the nickel ingots. So let's go ahead and set these guys down. So this one, I actually have 2 supreme black hole units here. This one's going to be for the nickel ingots. This one's going to be for the iron ingots. So let's go ahead and set up the storage buses here. So this one, I'm going to tell it to just hold the iron ore, and I'm going to give it a positive priority. And the other 2 I'm not going to set up just yet because I don't have the ores with them. So let's go ahead and grab those. For right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a stack of this by shift left clicking, and I'm going to throw it in here. So that was weird. Okay, so yeah, it kicked it out because it tried to put it back into the induction smelter. So what I'm gonna need to do, I think, is manually throw blaze powder down here, I think, and grab these out. Actually, what I can do right now is tell it to not auto output, and that should let this go for a little while. So let's go ahead and grab this back, and now we have all of the outputs here. Now we can set up the storage buses here. So what I'm going to do is tell this one to be iron ingots, we are going to give this a positive priority of 1100. Anything positive should honestly work. I just don't want the iron ingots to go into these ME drives right here, or these ME storage cells. So this one over here is going to be the nickel ingots, and I'm also going to give that a positive priority. So I should be able to throw the iron ingots in here, and cool, that looks like it works. So what I need to do now is let's go ahead and grab a stack of this, and let's get rid of the 40 there. And I need to tell my ME interfaces to hold a few things. So let's first get rid of some stuff here. So I just need the iron ore and I need the blaze powder. So the cool thing about blaze powder and the induction smelter is that it makes it go very, very fast. So if we take a look at the blaze powder and right click on it here, and we find the induction smelter recipe, or the induction smelter catalyst recipe rather, if we take a look at the energy usage, or the energy modifier, it is 0.25 times. So what that means is that each cycle needs less energy, but that also means that the cycles go much faster, because the induction smelter, no matter what, will use 320 RF per tick. And because it needs only 25% of the energy that it needed before, that means it will process things very, very quickly. So let's go ahead and go back to this first induction smelter, and let's tell it to auto output. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the ME interfaces to hold blaze powder. And so what that should do is allow all of these induction smelters to grab blaze powder. Once there is blaze powder in here for them to grab. And then the next thing I need to do is tell it to have iron ore. Okay, so that's actually not working super great. I might need to adjust something here, and I'm definitely going to need to do that. I might need more channels, to be honest, which is kind of problematic because I don't have any accessible sides to my ME controller here. So I'm going to have to think of something. So I'm going to think about how I need to change this system, because this isn't going to quite work because the iron ingots are going to recycle back into the induction smelter. So once I figure this out, I will be right back. So the solution I have is actually fairly simple, and I've used similar solutions earlier in this series. As we can see, I actually have one spare channel available to this blue dense cable here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one last ME interface, and I'm going to put it right here. So what we're going to do with this ME interface is on all of my induction smelters, I'm actually going to change how they're configured. So on the backside, we are going to have auto input enabled, and on the top we're going to have the auto output enabled. So what I can do is I can grab my red print one last time. I cleared it right there, and now I'm going to copy the configuration settings for all of my induction smelters. And I can do that really easily by just right clicking once I have the proper configuration saved. So as we can see, this works really, really quickly and allows you to configure a lot of machines very, very quickly. So that's really cool. And I need two more, and that should be all of them. So this one down here, I didn't actually click on this one. So let's do that. The auto output is enabled. It doesn't need to be actually, because the auto output function does not really work with the mechanism pipes that I'm going to be using, but I'm just going to be pulling the items out of the top here from the induction smelters using the ultimate logistical transporters here, which is just basically item pipe. So let's go ahead and hook all of these machines up to this. And this is going to be kind of a mess, to be honest, but that's okay. So let's first off just worry about putting the item transporter on top of all of the machines, and then I can worry about actually connecting all of this up. It's going to look like a mess, and it's going to be a mess, but it should work fine, because the items should only have one inventory to gravitate towards, and that will be the ME interface over there. So I just need to hook all of this up. I placed one back there. Actually, you know what? It might be cleaner to actually have all of the junk on the inside. So like connect it up something like this. Other than the ones on the edge, I guess I'm going to have to connect up a different way there. But if we do this, this will connect up most of them. Now we just need to worry about the ones on the edge, and I can do that and connect them up just fine. That's fine. That works. So I don't think I need to do anything else to get all the items to flow in the proper direction, but I will need to keep an eye out. So what I need to do now is let's see if this is actually going to work. What I do need to do, what I haven't done yet, is I need to use my configurator. I typically use the configure items mode, and I need to turn all of these top sides out to be outputs from the induction smelters, and I'm just shift right clicking to do that. And I need to do this about 40 more times. So I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera as well. And once I have all of these configured to be pulling the items out of the top side of these guys, I will be right back. So I believe the last step, now that I have all of the ultimate logistical transporters configured, is to configure all of my ME interfaces like I showed before. So we just need to tell the ME interfaces to hold a stack of blaze powder and a stack of iron ore, and the rest of the machines should start running automatically. So let's go ahead and do that. I need to do that for the other 9 of these ME interfaces. By now it's about 6. So this shouldn't take but just a second. I do recognize that the machines are lighting up, so that means they are running and everything should be good. So that is cool. So 3 more to go. And these machines, like I said, should run awfully quick using the blaze powder as well as being fully upgraded with the flux upgrades and the resonant components upgrades. So let's just take a look at how quick they're actually running. As we can see, they are running very, very quickly and producing a lot of iron ingots. So let's go over here and take a look. I've already produced, wow. So like, yeah, this is kind of ridiculous how quick it's producing iron. So we just take a look at the number here. It is going up awfully quickly. Actually, it'd be easier if I just type in iron ingots here. But anyways, as we can see, producing a lot of iron ingots very, very quickly. So that is cool. Let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff. And lastly, I need to get these iron ingots out, and I need to get them into my main ME system. I'm going to do that pretty simply here. I'm going to attach a storage bus on the bottom of the Supreme Black Hole unit here, and those iron ingots should be transported to my main base. So what we're going to do is hook this storage bus up underneath, and this actually will hook up to my ME system that is connected to my minecart transportation system, and that will transport these iron ingots back to my main base, which is really, really cool. So let's go ahead and cover this up and call it a good episode. So in today's episode, I built this system down here in the basement of my copper building at my ore processing center. And basically I set up this little system down here to take iron ore and use blaze powder and to make lots of iron ingots, some nickel ingots, and some rich slag as well. This system is producing, I don't know, maybe 100 iron ingots per second, which is kind of insane to think about because it's just kind of an afterthought system. And so that's really, really cool. At my main base now, we have 967 million iron ingots, as well as 995 million diamonds at this point, and over 1 billion gold ingots and emeralds. So I'm basically at the end of my challenge, which is pretty cool. If you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop a like down below. If there's anything I could have done better or differently, definitely let me know in the comments down below, as I do read all the comments. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.